the story, though, one of the things I get to do is I read a book a long time ago. It's called Masks of War, made in the 80s by the Rand Corporation. And what it does, it actually talks about the different services and all the service rivalry, the Navy, the Air Force, and the Army. And the one thing the Navy has over all the other services, it has a history. When you ask someone in the Navy what they do, they don't say, "Well, I don't know, I don't know the titles of the ranks Navy." But let's say the first thing they say is, "I'm in the U.S. Navy." They carry that institution very personally because they know the story of John Paul Jones, all these heroes. It seems to me like that seems to be a major, major animating factor in making organizations effective.
Yeah, for sure. I think, these like sort of history origin stories are really interesting and give people a sense of belonging. But, I think there's a bigger story that motivates probably all the armed forces of every country, which is some version of, the world is like this and we want to make it like that. And where I started to get, really fascinated by this was to see that there was this kind of structure to the narrative that really successful leaders were telling, especially in business. So if we go back to like Mark Benioff when he starts Salesforce. The traditional way he doesn't. I don't think he did Porter's Five Forces. I don't think he did positioning maps or anything like this. What he did was he came up with this very simple story about, hey, software is over. So he I don't know if you old enough to remember this, but he had this these signs that just had the word software with like one of those no smoking, diagonal lines, circles, slash, and software is over. And you can imagine like this is quite a provocative statement. Of course, what he means is software in the sense of something that you're going to own and run in your own data centers and all that. And then he says, hey, the new world is the cloud, and this is Salesforce. And that narrative, there was an old game that we all played and probably a lot of us still playing at that time, software. And now there's a new game called the cloud. And that's what we're about. We're about helping you win that new game. And the story is all about, hey, if you continue to play that old game, we're dead. You're dead. Bad things are going to happen, right? So this structure just got I was really fascinated by that. It was a very different structure from the way that you're taught to kind of build a pitch. And I saw that at Salesforce, wow, that it wasn't just the marketing pitch or the sales pitch. This is the thing that unites everybody, is our mission to, to kill software and accelerate the movement to the cloud. And you see the same thing, Tesla, it's all about this movement to a sustainable future. And we're going to kill fossil fuels, This structure I found I started to see everywhere where there were successful leaders like this.